That at the root of nearly all, if not all of our problems, is a lack of love and connection.
We live in a world of distraction from ourselves. We seek external validation and attention to provide temporary artificial happiness. There's been a loss of connection to ourselves and others.
Connection is taking in the deep, the heavy, the harsh, and the joy and the pleasure and the ecstasy and the bliss that all exist at the same exact time, and they always have. Yet we've gotten on this sort of hamster wheel into this rat race of just wanting to seek the quick highs.
Connection begins within and travels outward. We are all students of life. But how do we deepen that relationship with ourselves? Our purpose? We are restoring connection to humanity and curving the culture back to connection over convenience through a global, safe space, transformational and wellness platform, and eliminating the fear of intimacy and vulnerability.
When we feel that we belong in a community that accepts us, when we are able to share the parts of us that we may feel frightened of, ashamed of, not only healing can happen, but deep transformation. And when we feel deprived of connection to ourselves, to others, and the world around us, we become empty.
XXO is built on 4 values: connection, love, transformation, and magic.
A healed person turns around and heals other people because of the way they show up in this world, because of the way that they hold their boundaries, because of the way that they're able to go deep and not just talk about the weather. We can talk about the real ish that is going on deep within our psyche and our soul and our emotions.
In a world that is more digitally connected than ever before, we are lonelier than we've ever been. According to Harvard Business Review, executives may actually suffer at double the rate as the general public.
We are creating an energetic tidal wave to accelerate human connection and push the human race forward. XXO Connect provides a safe space environment without judgment and with full support, where we're able to take the ego and replace it with humility by turning the distraction back on ourselves.
Connect with us and not have to go through the same things, or be able to understand some of the things that they're going through, or perhaps maybe just connect with somebody in a freer space that they've never been able to connect with before, without judgment, without fear.
I am so excited to have a place where we can build strong relationships built on a safe space where we're free to be our vulnerable, true selves. That's how the strongest relationships are made.
Finding the connection deep within, the ability to be vulnerable and intimate with yourself is going to change the entire game for this world. And that's what connection over convenience really brings. And with this platform, not only are we going to be teaching young, children to teenagers how to have that emotional depth, how to begin within, begin with themselves.
We are providing an educational video library of master classes by our visionary team. You will have our team doing lives. You will have one-on-one conversations to experience vulnerability and intimacy in a safe environment. And why don't we meet our team? We have Chantel, Soumis, Ismene, Lecia Fox, and Walter Thorne. They are the superheroes coming together to fight for connection. I didn't want to hire a team and create connection. I wanted to create a team of higher connection. We will share in subjects like self-love, self-worth, body image, shame, sexual trauma, disabilities, and other subjects. I believe if XXO Connect did not exist, our culture will continue to lose connection with self and each other. Toxicity will continue to rise while self-worth will continue to fall. It will become an artificial world of temporary happiness. Intimacy and vulnerability will become extinct. XXO Connect will be the largest global connection platform to ever exist. We will transform 1 million lives by 2025, and we're just getting started. We are restoring connection to humanity.
This is a personal development tool with the concept that the more connected we are to oneself, the easier it is to relate. It will also provide a platform for people to come together and to have a lived experience of being able to practice these skills, like a sort of training ground. You may find it hard to really deeply connect. You might be overly jealous, and that actually starts causing problems in your relationship that don't actually exist in the present moment because they're still from the past.
I have found that one of the biggest point of contentions for a lot of women and men in these experiences is you may not feel comfortable or courageous enough to ask for what you really want. Because you're afraid that when you say it, if they don't want that too, then what?
So for example, on a piece of paper, we might have our ideal partner is this, 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 this. And yet you meet someone and you have such a deep connection with them and they're not anything that you imagined. Or you're trained in a certain way, or you have a certain way of thinking, and you've worked really hard and maybe you've had your whole career like that. Something happens to open up a different opportunity that means that you have to go on a different path, which means leaving behind this previous training and trying something different.
Because when you're clear and when you start to have that courage within yourself that you are deserving of every single thing you desire out of a relationship, do the work on yourself first, and then you stand from a space of just such deep devotion to yourself that you're not going to abandon yourself to make another person feel comfortable. You're not going to stay while someone is unwilling to grow. You're going to make a decision that aligns with who you are becoming and give them that opportunity to meet you there. It's time that we stop with the casual connections of
sharing one-on-one conversations with other XXO Connect community members all around the world. This is a safe space to become vulnerable with one another.
When I started, I was blind, unable to walk. I was just in a very difficult spot mentally and with my health, and I was able to get through that with not only a community that had my back, but also a strong foundation of knowing who I am so that I don't have to pretend, because pretending takes so much energy away from us, and you deserve better than that. So know who you are, know what you stand for, and stick to it every single day. You are worth it, and if nobody's told you that lately, I'm here to tell you that. You are worth it. You are worth the fight. You are worth waking up every single day, and you are worth every ounce plus of happiness that is targeted and sent your way.
Join our XXO Kids Network that promotes healthy thoughts, feelings, and relationships for children, talking about self-love, self-worth, and just loving yourself by building that confidence.
I wonder how many likes this picture will get. Only 4 likes? No one likes me.
Your worth is not based on likes.
You are just really special. In fact, it makes you a superhero.